into some things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expected, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. You know I'm talking about y'all. Basically, that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. Hey, happy Monday, you guys. How's everybody doing? Come on in. How are you today? Don is here already. Hey, boo. Hey, lovely Nola. Let me say hi to the people, child, so we can get started. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot I set the time earlier. Sure, I forgot. Rock Chick, Tan, Nikki, what's going on? Lock Queen, hey Chuck, Tanya, what's going on? Auntie Eva, Kitty Doc, hey Boo, Quake, Corray, lovely Nola, Gossip in the Garden, Donzon is here, T All Me, C Golden, Twill J 7C, hey Miss Cookie, hey Jay, what's up, Boo? New Jones. Cross Country Cruiser, R&D Diva, Tiffany Blue, Kim, hey boo. All right, you guys, if I spoke to anybody else, charge it to my head, not my heart. I mean, if I didn't speak to anybody else, that if you spoke, y'all come on in. As you guys know, El Teddy is still on travel. He'll be back. I think he said he'll be back tomorrow. I know he's back. I know he's coming home today, but I'm not sure what time he's getting home today. But yeah, honey. Fan Drew P. Diddy. Okay, Fan Drew P. Diddy. All right, okay. Amber, what's going on? Hey, Ravine. Hey, boo. So let's go ahead and get into some things, you guys. Let's go ahead and get this party started. I'm gonna just scroll through what I have here. We don't have a whole lot of big stories. Tracy did send me the paperwork on Candy, so we'll read through that. Candy and Todd had a hearing today, honey. So we're going to read through what they're going through. This divorce looks like it's starting to get ugly, and I hate it. So first of all, congratulations to Tiana Taylor. She won a Golden Globe Award last night. Her speech was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. I think or at least a part of her speech, she said the following: to my brown sisters, little brown girls watching this stupid thing. Okay. And to little brown girls watching tonight, our softness is not a liability. Our light does not need permission to shine. We belong to every room we walk into. Our voices matter and our dreams deserve space. I loved it. So shout out to her. Congratulations on winning the Golden Globe. I really didn't follow all of the Golden Globe Awards, if I'm being honest. I didn't watch it, but I saw a few clips. It looked like it was interesting. Wanda Sykes looked like she got a few people's butts. It was interesting, but I didn't watch I never really watched the Golden Globes. It's never been on my list of things to watch. You ran over as fast as you could. Well, I'm glad you got here. Hey, Papo. Hey, boo. Hey, Pacino. How you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Candy. Miss French Kids. Hey. All right. Ash Tuck. Hey. I don't think I've seen you in a while either. She looked great, but she didn't. Never mind. I saw that movie and it wasn't. Never mind. Well, I didn't see the movie, so, I think that's part of the reason why I never got into the Golden Globes. I never really got into the Oscars and stuff, because generally speaking, the type of movies they like, that they choose to reward and highlight, aren't my style. They aren't my cup of tea. So it's no need me. Half the time I don't even know who these movies they talking about. I didn't see the movies, and I used to go and watch these movies. I'm like, oh, they were nominated for all these awards. They must be great movies, and A lot of times they weren't. I mean, there were a few times that I was like, oh, that actually was a pretty good movie. But it's just not my thing, So that's another reason why I didn't really get into the Golden Globes, because a lot of times the Golden Globes and the Oscars, not my thing. They're just usually not my thing. But for the people, especially when it's a person of color, I'm here for it. And this is, and I say this every year, and some of y'all understand what I'm saying. Some of y'all, disagree with what I'm saying. But I say this every single year. Stop expecting validation from white folk, from the mainstream media. Stop expecting them to get our stories. Every year we do this to ourselves, y'all. We do this every single year. We have these great cinematic pieces by great directors and actors and actresses, and then when it doesn't get recognized, then we mad. What are we mad about? That is why I say to you guys, that is why every year I get irritated and frustrated when we don't put the same effort into attending shows that were created for this exact reason. Why do y'all understand? Kim, every year somebody got something to say. I'm not saying when I say people mad, but why don't we? Do we understand why these things were created? The NAACP Image Awards was created to remind us that we weren't the image that they want us to think we are. The BET Awards, I understand that over the years, it's the production isn't always great on them, but these shows were created to counteract the MTV Music Awards, where we weren't always recognized. So, okay, BET created their own award show. I mean, I could go down the list, child, but y'all get it. Y'all get it. The Stellar Awards to counteract the Dove Awards. But then what happens is and when I say we, I'm not talking about necessarily the individual sitting in this room right now. I'm saying in general, but then we put so much weight on the systems that were never created for us, to celebrate us. From all reports, Sinners was a great movie. And I'm sorry it's not getting the accolades that people think it deserves, or it's not getting the recognition that people think it deserves. But at the end of the day, y'all thought it was going to be different this time? Tracy said the bar is open. We have passion fruit, Henny lemonade, a salted caramel espresso martini, a fig and mint mojito. Ooh, interesting. And for the non-drinkers, we have a honeysuckle tropical punch. Honeysuckle tropical punch. Let me get a honeysuckle tropical punch, but can you add a shot of Jack in that? A honey Jack for me? Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, Busy. What's up, boo? It's there to honor you and you don't show up. What pisses me off more, and I've said this a million times, what pisses me off more are the people that will go to those shows when their careers are just starting. And when they become superstars, then they stop showing up. It was cool when you were trying to build your career, when you were trying to be seen, when you wanted that FaceTime. It was cool. But now that you are at the pinnacle or where you think you need to be, now you don't have time. You can't come to the They got to bribe you to come to the BET Awards. They got to promise you an award or give you a Vanguard Award or something to get you to show up. That's what, honestly, that pisses me off more than the people that just don't come. But when you use the platform to get you where you wanted to go, and now you just don't have time. I ain't calling no names because it ain't just her. It ain't just Beyonce. A lot of them do it. A lot of them do it. Thank you, Don Don. Don Don said voting starts this week, right? I gotta do my thing so I can be on top of the voting. Voting for the reality TV Starlight Awards. Here it is right here. Opens Friday, January the 16th. Really Be is nominated in several categories. Thank you, Don. I am. And I will be dropping the link it's just like the Boss Babe Awards, you guys. I need you guys to vote early and often. I'm not sure. Oh, you know what? An email was sent. Shit. I'm going to read. They said an email was sent. I think it was sent on Friday. Y'all know I was busy all weekend. So remind me. Hold on. Let me set a reminder to just check my email. So, because I'm sure all the details are in there. So, Beyonce will win 10 awards and be there. Hey, Sharon, what's up? So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm sorry that, because they did win. Sinners won something. I guess they just didn't win the awards everybody thinks they should win. I don't know. But y'all do know that there were other films, right? Like, I get it that we love Sinners and all of that great stuff, but y'all act like no other movie can win other than Sinners. Anyway, moving right along. I thought it was the BET Hip Hop Awards and the BET Soul Train Awards that were canceled. I think they're canceled now, but you know part of the reason why they're canceled? Part of the reason why they're canceled is because people don't support them. But yeah, I think they're canceled now, but even before they got canceled for years. Tracy does actually make when we were in Louisville, Tracy actually does make these concoctions, child. She comes up with some concoctions. And they're good. They are good. Thank you, Miss French Kids. Thank you, my love. Yeah. So anyway, so there's that. Congratulations to Mary J. Blige. She announced today that she will have a residency in Vegas. So congratulations to her. Listen, I'm not going. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm not going. Because they have gotten real ridiculous with these prices on these concerts. Post-COVID, I'm gonna say these concert tickets have gotten really ridiculous. I wanted to see New Edition in Vegas. The tickets were ridiculous. I wanted to see this tour with New Edition, Tracy, and Boyz II Men. Those tickets were ridiculous. I'm all here. I wanted to see Ursha. I never made it because the tickets were ridiculous. And for the people who made it happen, great. For the people who are able to find these great deals, last-minute deals, and that kind of stuff, that's great. But baby, I don't have the energy for all of that. Like, when I go look at the ticket prices, if the tickets are out of my price range when I go look, I ain't doing all that back and forth. I mean, every once in a while, I might double back. Like I did double back on them New Edition tickets. But I'm not going to do it every day. I ain't doing it every day. You know? So, for the people that's going to go see Mary, good. And I'm sure it's going to be sold out. I'm sure it's going to be plenty of people that are going to go. It just ain't going to be me. You know what I'm saying? Casino execs admitted they are banding together to make Vegas more high-end. Well, I hope Mary don't do that lazy dancing, drunk sidewalk across the... This what I hope, because she looked like she was over it on her tour. It looked like she started off the tour great. But then it looked like as the tour went on, baby, it looked like she was over it. I hope that I'm hoping that maybe with the Vegas residency, she will have the luxury of staying in one place where she doesn't have to get on a plane or get on a bus and travel every night and all of that. And maybe it'll give her time to sit down and relax. I don't know, you know, but I think that's why these Vegas residencies are great, especially for older performers. Because you just don't have that element of the travel. You can go up to your suite, probably in the same hotel where you're performing, where you have like a suite, and you can go upstairs. You just get on the elevator. You ain't even got to get in a car. If you choose to rent a house or rent a residence outside of the hotel, it's still just a quick car ride to get you where you need to be. So I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm gonna be honest with y'all, Mary ain't never been no Beyonce as far as the dancing and stuff. I mean, I've seen Mary in concert when she was in her 20s and in her 30s, and she still ain't give all that. I mean, she gave you a little bit more than what she gives now. But baby, Mary was never a choreography queen. That was never her thing. Mary usually would come out and give you like a little 1-2 at the beginning and give you a little dance break at the beginning, and then she would do her music. And then she would give you a little 2-step here and there. You know, of course, she's going to give you the Mary walk and all of that. She'd give you a little 2-step here and there. But she did more walking back and forth across the stage, you know. So now that she's older, she probably got even less to give, you know. She was high. That she probably was too. She probably was high, you know. I got this one little piece of hair that is right in my face. I can't get it. I think I finally got it. Yeah, she probably was high too. So now she gonna pass the microphone around. Most people that go to Vegas make a killing. I mean, Celine Dion was gonna make money. They built that whole auditorium for Celine Dion at Caesar's Palace. That was built for Celine Dion. Absolutely, she was gonna make money. They built a whole fucking auditorium for her. I remember when she started that residency. Vegas has gotten expensive on their food and hotels. It's too much. I haven't been to Vegas. The last time I went to Vegas was a couple of years ago when we went for Ebby's birthday. What was that? Like maybe 3-4 years ago we went for Ebby's birthday. It was post-pandemic. And but I haven't been to Vegas. And before that, it had been years since I had been to Vegas. But I know Vegas used to be cheap, but y'all are telling me it's not cheap like it used to be, baby. Vegas used to be a cheap good time, honey. What up, Cruiser Bruiser? Yeah. So congratulations. L.A. Reid settled his SA lawsuit today on the same coincidentally the same day that the lawsuit was the trial was supposed to start. I guess he didn't want us to hear what really went down or didn't go down, or the case. Remember, John Legend was supposed to testify and all of that. Well, baby, he settled that thing. Here's what I don't understand. Why would you let it go this long? Like that woman filed that lawsuit over a year ago. Why would you let it drag on this long and spend all that money on he lost his attorney? Remember, his attorney quit and everything else. Why would you do all of that just on the day of settle? I mean, did you think she was going to change her mind? I mean, you think she was going to wake up and be like, oh, never mind. I mean, because clearly they probably have been negotiating, but like, I don't know. Hold on. Don said it's time to close the doors. Hold on, y'all.
I said close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Y'all know what that means. It's that time of the show. Well, we close the doors. It is the time where if you would like to donate to the platform, you can do it the free 99 way. Or if you want to put a little piece of change in my pocket, you can do it that way as well. The free 99 way is I ask that you do 3 things. And like the video, please, and thank you. It's 185 of y'all in the chat. If y'all could like the video, I would appreciate that. If you are new here and you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And if you have a hype, it's the beginning of the week. Can you hype this video? That's what I asked for you to do. That is on the free 99 side. Now, if you want to put a piece of change in my pocket, you can always hit the super chat. You can Cash App, you can Zelle, you can PayPal it. You can do all of those things if you would like to put a little piece of change in my pocket. $10, $15, $20. That's, But again, y'all don't have to pay no money to be here. I just ask for a like and a hype and a subscribe. We finally crossed listen. One of my goals this year is to hit 20,000 subscribers. I told you guys I wasn't going to focus so much on subscribers as much as I was going to focus on getting my views up. But I do want to hit 20K. I ain't going to tell you no lies. I think after 20K, I won't obsess about subscribers as much. But it's something about hitting that 20K. And we crossed over 19,200 subscribers last week. So we only got 800 to go. We need 800 subscribers this year. I want to get to 20K by the end of the year. I think we can do that. Yeah, I think you can only hype on a replay, but I'm just saying, you can go in later and do it. Yeah, you only get a certain number of hypes for the week. Gabby said we don't even have 100 likes, y'all. It's 100. It is 178 of y'all in here. Can we get to at least 150 likes? Appreciate you. Remind me, I got the price for Abby's trip. I did get the prices for single occupancy rooms, and if 4 people want to stay to a room. I got those prices. I'll get you guys those at the end. So remind me, Tracy, Don, one of y'all, Chuck, somebody remind me at the end to give y'all those prices. I know y'all asked about them, and my apologies, I forgot to give y'all those last week, but I have them. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. All right. Wait a minute, what? I'm sorry. Okay, I got to work on my friends. Got to get you to 20K. Yes, we need 800. Like I said, 800 people. Hey, Donna. Welcome. Then I changed the basic simple. So, Tracy's talking about her drinks, child. Okay. Let's get into a few more of the things. Now, there was a controversy over the weekend with these comedians that have a podcast. The guy that was on SNL, the Asian guy, Yang, I think, what's his name? It was him, and it was this other white guy. They have a podcast, okay? And it's Matt Rogers and the other guy. Rogers and Bowen. That's it. Bowen Yang. Yes. So they have a podcast, and on their podcast, they made the statement, don't waste your money. Don't donate to Kamala Harris. Don't waste your money, right? I said Kamala Harris. Jasmine Crockett. She doesn't have a chance at winning. You might as well, let's back the person that can win. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what, Y'all. All I was thinking was deja vu. Like, here we go again we have a whole group of people, and in this case, queer men, who have decided that we should not vote, we should not support, we should not donate to Jasmine Crockett because they have decided that she can't win. First of all, neither one of them even fucking live in Texas. Why are they concerned? Second of all, here we go again. With them trying to convince you, We're going to divide this vote. Don't even bother to show up for her. She can't win. And of course, the internet did what the internet does and blew them up and threw them overboard. But here's what I want to say. Their apology, which was really a non-apology, speaks volumes, because what it says is they knew what they were doing and they meant it, and they're not going to change their mind, and they're not going to stop saying what it is that they're saying, right? So let me read y'all this non-apology that they put out. So first of all, Matt Rogers posted it, and then Bowen Yang just reposted it, like ditto this. So I'm going to read y'all what he originally said. Originally, he said, "Hey, everybody. I hear the response, and I'm taking every bit of it to heart. I promise. Transparency and candor matter to me, especially on the podcast. I'm a very progressive person who cares deeply about winning these elections, but my phrasing was not right. I will be more thoughtful. I really do promise." First of all, how can you rephrase, "Don't donate to her, she doesn't have a chance of winning"? That wasn't a rephrasing problem. That wasn't, I could have used better words. Because what you said was what you said, and you meant what you said. You meant we don't need to support her. We need to support somebody else. That's what you meant. I have great respect and admiration for Representative Crockett, and I regret that my words suggested otherwise. I just want us to win, and I will be better at finding ways to help. So then, if you want us, and I don't know who the us is because you are not us at this point. Sorry, not sorry, sir. You're not us. But if you wanted us to win, then why not use the platform and say, "Hey, y'all, let's not let what happened to Kamala Harris happen to Jasmine Crockett. Let's not allow propaganda and misinformation sway people's opinion into not supporting this Black woman who is more than qualified to do this job." We saw what happened when we allowed it to happen with Kamala Harris. We saw what happened when we allowed it to happen with Hillary Clinton. Let's not let it happen to another woman. Let's not let misogyny dictate how this election goes. Why not use your platform in that manner? And if you are really, truly, truly, really, truly convinced that this woman can't win, then how about this? You can do what we like to call shut the fuck up. Exactly, Kim, because they want you to support the white man. That's exactly what it is. And here's the thing. I would respect you to say that. Just say, "Look, this is who we're supporting. We support this man. We think he's the better person for the job." Don't make it about Jasmine Crockett, though. Make it about who you support. Tell us why you support him, because you have every right to support. You're not obligated to support Jasmine Crockett just because she's a Black woman. No, you can support the other person. But what I'm saying, and I'm not, I'm with you. I'm agreeing with you, Kim. But then use your platform. Don't, because again, you made it about Jasmine Crockett, not about him. Make it about him. Tell us about him. Hell, you might change my mind. You won't change my mind, but you might change my mind. But you made it about Jasmine Crockett. And again, if you're gonna dip your toe in the political pond, then dip your toe in the political pond. But don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. So then this is what Bowen Yang said. Should not have cursorily weighed in on this, understanding the platform, and I will use it more responsibly. Anyway, moving right along. They meant what they said. They said what they meant. And again, stand in your shit. That's it. That's all. You meant what you said. You said what you meant. You meant it. Atalia said, and what made it worse is him saying he doesn't even know who James Rico is. Is that the guy running against Kamala? I mean, I keep saying Kamala. Jasmine Crockett. Exactly, Miss French Kiss. They made it more about voting against than voting for. Absolutely. Anyway, moving right along. Senator Mark Kelly is suing Pete Hegseth to block the move to cut his rank and his pension over the illegal orders video. Good for him. Good for him. Do y'all remember that video of the lady? I think this was on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. It was here in Virginia where the black lady was basically verbally and physically assaulting the black man in the grocery store who was gay. Well, I don't know if he was gay or not, but I guess she assumed he was gay, telling him to cover it up and go put some clothes on and cover it up. And she was like ramming him with the video went viral. She was like ramming him with the cart, the grocery cart, and all that kind of stuff. Y'all remember her? Well, what a lot of people didn't talk about in the video was that she actually, like, somebody called the police and she actually fled from the police. So once she fled from the police and they had her name and all her information, then she took this and it created a bigger thing. You missed that story? Hold on, let me see if I can find the video. Hold on. Her name was like Brittany Colbert. Let me see if I can find the video on TikTok. I'm sure it's still there somewhere.
Hey guys, there's an update on your favorite.
Is it SHIB Brit BRSH? Sure, SHRIBR RITNEY Brittany. Here it is right here, Brittany Colbert. Let me see if I can find the original video. Oh, this ain't the same Brittany because this ain't the video I'm looking for. Anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know the lady was arrested. Tracy, of course, Tracy found it, child. Hold on. Thank you, Tracy.
That's a big oof, and it gets worse from there. Alexandria, Virginia, the giant grocery store on Duke Street, I believe. He said this young man goes in there to grab some things on Christmas.
Come on. Christmas, bro. Like, you need a cup, bro.
I don't even know him. I don't even know him. I don't even know him. I'm about to check on my damn groceries. I don't even know him. Like, for real. Get away from me. Why are you still following me?
Get away from us.
Please, why are you still following me?
Get out of here.
Why are you still following me?
With your
And it's okay.
ass.
I'm about to call the police.
You need to put some clothes on, bitch.
I have no clothes.
Bitch, no, you're about to go.
Get away from me.
What you want to do? What you want to do?
Why are you so
He's a man. I'm a man. No, he ain't no man. This a bitch.
Please back up.
It's a bitch.
Please back up.
It's a bitch. What you want to do?
Get away
What
from
you
me.
want to do? You can't hit me.
Please.
Don't touch me. With your gay ass. Come on. Don't touch me.
Y'all get the point. And this happened on Christmas Day, I believe it was. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Well, she's been arrested. I just wanted to give you guys the update. She did flee from the police that night, but she has been arrested and she is being charged with. She's being charged with possibly being charged with a hate crime. but she has been arrested. So I'm glad. Now, the person who, the young man in this video did post a picture of himself. He had on sweatpants. And I don't know if he was free balling. Not my business. I don't know. But even if he was, y'all don't have no problem when these men be out here in their gray sweatpants free balling. And either way, that man said he didn't know that woman. He was just in the grocery store picking up some odds and ends on Christmas Day. He didn't know that lady. And y'all saw that she was verbally and physically, because she rammed the grocery cart into him several times. And then you saw her approach him. That other lady in the video didn't even know either one of them. She was just trying to de-escalate the situation. Yeah, so they arrested her. Well, that was just some disorderly conduct. But yeah, she assaulted him. Yeah, she assaulted him. Shut up, Kim. Yeah, so congratulations. I mean, when I say congratulations, but yeah, congratulations, she got arrested. Minnesota is suing the federal government to stop ICE. I think it's Minnesota and Illinois. It's 2 states. They're suing them. So that, good for them. Listen, at this point, we know that we're limited. And when I say we know we're limited in what we can do, as long as, the Republicans are going to back Trump. So the lawsuits, we're doing what we can do. We're doing what we can do. So it is official. We talked about this last week, but the Georgia court today officially entered a $367,000 judgment against Christian Gold, aka Jennifer Williams' husband. So we talked about that last week, but it was official today. The judge officially signed off on that. Okay. Jerome Powell, y'all know that he is the Fed chair. Trump has him under a criminal investigation because he won't do what Trump wants him to do with the federal, with the interest rates. He said that he ain't going nowhere and he will continue to stand by and do his job with fidelity. So congratulations to him that he's standing on business. All right. Hold on. I think I got a few more short stories and then we're going to get into this candy of it all. Somebody sent me this. I haven't seen this anywhere else, so I don't know how true this is. They said that Portia is allegedly said that she's carrying, that her and her new girlfriend are having a baby. I don't know how true that is. Because I haven't seen it on any of the other blogs. So I don't know. Y'all know when I don't see stuff on all the blogs, y'all know I be like, because Portia saying she was carrying a baby would be everywhere. So I don't know if maybe it just hasn't hit the blogs yet, or if this is just, fake news. I don't know. So y'all let me know if y'all see that anywhere else, because I haven't seen it anywhere else. All right. Well, in fuck around and find out news, that's Chat GPT. Ciao. Oh, the National Opera has left the Kennedy Center after 55 years. They said we're not doing that. So the Washington Opera has officially left the Kennedy Center after 55 years. Because they said we're not doing that. We're not calling this anything but the Kennedy Center. We're not doing that. Okay. In fuck around and find out news, FIFA. Y'all know FIFA, the the World Soccer organization. it says that it's the 2026 World Cup ticket cancellations are accelerating as fans worldwide walk away from FIFA and call for a boycott over safety concerns tied to the U.S. immigration enforcement. Reports now show about 16,800 fans have canceled their World Cup tickets, and that the number is still climbing fast. This isn't about bad flights or hotel prices. This is people saying that they are walking away from the tournament entirely because they do not feel safe going to the United States, given the current climate created by ICE tactics under the Trump administration and aggressive immigration enforcement that may see a real threat to visitors. It flipped when videos and accounts of serious confrontation with immigration enforcement in the U.S. started spreading online. Fans overseas who once dreamed of waving flags and shouting goals are now publicly canceling their travel plans and pointing out what they call a climate of fear for visitors who might be stopped or targeted by enforcement agents. What started as a few cancellations turned into tens of thousands of fans pulling out and openly calling for a full boycott of the World Cup because they see going to the host country as a personal risk. The boycott energy is not isolated to one region either. Supporters from Europe, Africa, South America, and Asia are blasting their cancellations on social media and tagging it with the hashtag Boycott World Cup. They're showing refunds, unused seats, and writing that if the U.S. is unsafe for them to even visit, then they are not stepping foot inside. For many, this feels bigger than soccer. It feels like a global protest against a political environment that they believe stands in direct conflict with, and then it cuts off. So Joy Reid posted something on her social media, and when she said it, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I didn't think about it until she said it. She reposted this and she added her own thing. And for those of us who are, I would say you have to at least be around 40, I'm going to say 45 and older. I'm going to say 45 and older. Joy Reid said on her social media, yes, we need to repost the hashtag and support the boycott. And she said this is reminiscent of South Africa and apartheid. You guys remember, I was a kid. I remember when Nelson Mandela got out of jail. I was like maybe middle school, maybe early high school. I don't remember. If I can remember the exact year, I could tell you the exact year where I was. But I remember watching it on TV, him being released from jail. But prior to that, there was a whole protest movement to boycott South Africa. Celebrities and everybody was saying, we are not going to go to South Africa until they ... It was 1990. Well, in 1990, I was in high school. So I was in high school in 1990. And so I remember they even had, like, y'all remember the song, Sun City. Sun City was like South Africa's Hamptons. And there was actually a song written by like a bunch of like artists where they were talking about boycott. Ain't gonna go to Sun City. I can't remember the whole song now, but I just remember them saying that they weren't going to go to Sun City. And Sun City again was like the luxury, the Hamptons of South Africa. And that's it. I ain't gonna play Sun City. That's what it was. Thank you, C Golden. Ain't gonna play Sun City. Y'all could probably find a video on YouTube or something at this point. But I remember that. And when I saw that on Joy and Reid's page, I said, you know what? She is absolutely correct. We have become South Africa, y'all. Y'all remember that was an episode on A Different World where Kim was getting a scholarship from a company that supported apartheid. And she had to make the decision about whether to keep her scholarship and stay in college or or to not take the scholarship and continue to support boycotting South Africa. I remember we were boycotting Coca-Cola because they said Coca-Cola supported apartheid. Y'all remember that? And I was like, you were born in 1996. My God, I was graduating from college in 96. Anyway, I was graduating from college. George Glow, thank you. I mean, Orange Glow. Yep. My Mia. Yep. And I'm just like, it just hit me like where we are globally. Stephanie Mills never recovered from that. Really? Was that what fucked up her career? I didn't remember that. But yeah, y'all. When she said it, it was almost like a light bulb went off. I was like, my gosh, like we are. Now, again, are there countries that have human rights violations worse? Sure there are. But why do we want to be on that level? Why do we even want to compare ourselves? You know? Tina Turner went too? Okay. It's just, remember Mr. Gaines gave her a check and she was like, I can't take this money from you, Mr. Gaines. And he was like, yes, you can and you will. I remember that. Anyway, yeah. Yep. That's where we are, you guys. Unfortunately, that is where we are. I mean, I was never going to go to FIFA. So for the people that are boycotting, that are selling their tickets and aren't coming, I hope more do it. Because at the end of the day, what we know is that money is what's going to really put a dent in all of this. You know, money talks. I've always been a Pepsi girl. Up in 1996, Chuck said he got his first promotion with Social Security Administration. Tracy said those tickets go for anywhere. Would you say they start at $1,500 and they go up? Right. So think about it. People are spending, and the $1,500 are the cheap seats, right? It's like the Super Bowl plus hotel plus flight, and I think it's going to be in Atlanta, right? Is FIFA going to be in Atlanta or LA? Imagine all the money those cities are losing. Right, Mr. Gaines sent the syrup back. He showed that he packed. Remember, he was packing it all up at the end of the episode. He sure was. And I don't think they understand, right? Soccer is bigger than all of this shit. It's LA. Thank you. Soccer is bigger than all of this shit. And soccer has a lot of brown people. Hello? Anyway. Oh, it's in a few cities. Okay, so LA, Dallas. I think Atlanta is one of the cities. Because we were talking about that this weekend. I think Atlanta is one of the cities, though. Yeah, Des Hop. I was talking to somebody this weekend from Atlanta, and that's what they were saying. Near where they live. That's what they were talking about. That's what made me think about Atlanta. That's why I thought about Atlanta. Boston. So the United States is getting ready to lose a lot of money if this boycott is successful and it makes a major impact. They are getting ready to lose a lot of money. Well, fuck around to find out. All right. What is this? Oh, yeah, I saw that too, Tracy. What you just sent me. I saw that. All right. I think that was the major that I wanted to talk about today so we can get into Oh no, I do want to touch on this and then we're going to move into Candy. So, as you guys know, Angel was on Watch What Happens Live. We're boycotting. Well, we ain't, because you probably weren't going anyway, Powerful, but FIFA. They said that FIFA, a lot of people outside of the United States with worries about ICE immigration being picked up by immigration and things like that. there are a lot of people are canceling their tickets and selling their tickets to FIFA, and the hashtag boycott FIFA is growing. A lot of soccer players are fine. Look at Chuck. Chuck, priorities, Chuck. Focus. Hold on, y'all. Oh, gosh. Oh. Oh, Lord have mercy. So Angel was on Watch What Happens Live last night, and her husband said, listen, Bobby said Angel is what the ladies on Potomac played to be. Her everyday life is what they tried to be on the show. Bobby did not want the ladies at his house because of what they put Angel through. Angel says that Monique's similarities about her marriage are just projections. I told y'all all that last night. I said, Bobby didn't want them women in his house. Now, I still think that putting them at a house an hour away was ridiculous, but I also understand why they didn't want them women up in their house. Okay, that's what he said. He said played to be. I'm assuming he means like they pretended to be, pretended, But that's what the quote says. The quote says played to be. Okay. Excuse me. And I'm with Angel. And I said that last night too. Monique, you can't, just because you see some similarities, you can't say that that's what's going on in that woman's marriage. I don't think that's fair for you to make that assumption. Now, again, we might find out 5 years from now, Angel might say Monique was right. But I think those are some strong statements to speak on people's marriage. Bobby is a retired NFL player, and he has the business that she said they're starting an East Coast version, basically luxury outdoor, like glamping, luxury outdoor situation. All right, let's get into this Candy of it all. So Candy and Todd have filed motions. We're going to read through two of the motions, and they did go to court today. I haven't gotten an update. Pam was trying to get somebody to slide in there today to go check it out. But Tracy pulled the two documents. So we're going to read through them so y'all at least know what they went to court about. Or at least some of the issues. I know some of the stuff hit social media. So this one was filed on January the 5th. And this is Candy Tucker versus Todd Tucker. It says answer and counterclaim to petitioner's amended petition for divorce. Oh, Lord, let's read through this, y'all. Husband admits... I'm just going to read y'all what it says, child. Seeks immediate... Okay. All right. Making it clear, Todd is seeking... Let me just read y'all the whole thing. Comes now, respondent Todd Tucker by and through his counsel and... Excuse me. Indirect response to the amended petition for divorce filed by petitioner files this answer and counterclaim to petitioner's amended petition for divorce, making it clear that he seeks an immediate award of temporary custody, especially given the petitioner is working out of state and husband is in effect the primary caregiver and custodial parent, and respectfully showing this court as follows. So here's what he said. Husband admits the allegations contained in paragraph 1 of the amended petition. Husband filed his answer and counterclaim. Husband admits, okay, hold on. Husband admits in part the allegations obtained in paragraph 2. See, I don't have the other one. I'm going to read y'all what I have, though. Husband, hold on. Hold on. To the extent that he did sign a prenup a prenuptial agreement on April the 4th of 2014. He neither admits nor denies the allegations contained in paragraph 4. By way of further response, husband denies that any statement attributed to him constitutes an admission regarding the voluntary fairness or enforceability of the prenup. Husband further objects to the allegation that to the extent that it seeks to imply or disclose privileged attorney-client communication, which he expressly denied and remained protected by law. So again, this is just in response to the prenup stuff that we've already talked about this. I just don't have the paragraphs right in front of me to tell you exactly line by line. Husband admits in part the allegations to the extent that both parties have had professional obligations that at times required travel. By way of further response, husband denies that the remaining allegations accurately reflect the parties' professional obligations, shared decision-making, contributions, or parenting arrangements during the marriage or following the birth of their minor children. To the extent that the response is required, husband denies that it is in the best interest of the minor children for petitioner to be awarded primary physical custody of the minor children, and further states that he should be awarded temporary and permanent primary custody of the children. To the extent that the response is required, husband admits in part that that is in the best interest for him to have the minor children, for the parties to be awarded joint legal custody, and further states he should be awarded temporary and permanent legal custody for the parties' children, as well as final decision-making authority. And then his counterclaim is as follows. Todd, by and through his undersigned counsel, files this counterclaim for divorce and other relief. Husband is and has been a resident of Fulton County for the last 6 months prior to the date of the filing of this counterclaim of divorce. Petitioner is a resident. Okay, they're just establishing residency. Parties were lawfully married on April the 4th, 2014, and are currently living in a bona fide state of separation. There are now 2 minor children born during the marriage. Husband shows that he should be awarded temporary and permanent custody of the parties' children, as well as final decision-making authority. Husband shows that he should be awarded temporary and permanent physical custody of the children. In the event that the parties are unable to resolve all issues privately, the court should determine all matters. Husband has no information concerning any other custody proceeding concerning minor children presently pending in any other court. Husband knows of no person not a party to this proceeding who has physical custody of the minor children and claims to have custody or visitation rights. Husband requests that these issues be heard at the 30-day status conference scheduled for January the 12th, today. In the alternative, that this matter be scheduled for a temporary hearing at the court's earliest convenience to address temporary custody, parenting time, and all other temporary issues necessary to promote the best interests of their minor children and to ensure clarity and stability for the parties pending final resolution of the divorce. Okay. Husband said that the marriage ain't getting back. We ain't getting back together. Okay. He says, while the husband remains hopeful that the parties can resolve all issues amicably and privately, husband expressly reserves the right to add additional grounds for divorce. Husband shows that the parties signed a prenup dated on April the 4th of 2014, immediately prior to the wedding ceremony. Petitioner's counsel at the time was fully aware that husband was represented by the undersigned and had been actively communicating with his attorney regarding the terms of a potential prenup agreement. Despite that knowledge, petitioner's counsel presented the final agreement to the husband for signature immediately before the wedding ceremony without any notice to or consultation with the undersigned counsel, who had been significantly engaged in the negotiation process. These circumstances raise substantial questions concerning the enforceability of said document. Nonetheless, husband remains committed to working in good faith to resolve this matter amicably and privately to the extent possible. In other words, make me an offer. Make me an offer. That's what it sounds like to me. Make me an offer. During the course of the marriage, the parties have acquired various assets known and unknown to husband, tangible and intangible. Husband should be awarded an equitable division of all marital assets, both real and personal, tangible and intangible, between the parties. Husband shows the court that he should be awarded his separate property and any appreciation therein. Husband shows that the parties have acquired debt through the course of the marriage. A husband requests that such debt be equally divided. Hold on. He's saying that there should be no transfer of property by either party during, well, we know that that's, during the divorce. Pending the final determination by the court of the right of either party to alimony, neither party shall make any substantial change in the assets of the party's estate, except in the course of ordinary business affairs and except for bona fide transfers of value. Husband insists that petitioner comply with the foregoing statute in all respects. Petitioner is put on notice that not only the law of the state of Georgia, but also the notice of husband's intent to insist on full and absolute compliance. You are hereby notified that Georgia law requires you to exercise reasonable care to protect and preserve evidence relevant to the issues in this case. By this notice, you are hereby given notice not to destroy, conceal, or alter any video, audio, paper, or electronic files, financial records, any of those things. We know. Okay. Okay. Husband is hopeful that the parties will reach an agreement settling all issues pending between them. However, if such an agreement cannot be reached, husband reserves the right to amend this counterclaim. And then they go on to talk about the counterclaim, child. Again, he wants custody, equitable division of marital property, additional relief, including alimony and child support. Yeah. So that's what Todd is saying. So then Kani filed something on the 8th. So let's read what Kani said on the 8th. This is the part that I think the courts, that the blogs picked up on. All right, let's see. Excuse me. Tracy said he wants equity in her house from the time they were married until they asked for a divorce. I don't think he should get anything from what was already existed before they got married. I mean, I don't know what the law says, but that's my opinion. All right. So this was filed on January the 8th. This was filed 2 days later. So let's read what Kani had to say. All right. The respondent is a self-employed entrepreneur who possesses the earnings and earning capacity to financially support the 2 children and make financial contributions to the children's expense. The respondent possesses multiple sources of income currently and throughout the duration of the marriage. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me scroll up. I didn't start at the beginning. Hold on. Let me start at the beginning, child. All right. Petitioner filed the petition for divorce on November the 21st of 2025. The parties are the biological parents of 2 minor children. The minor children have significant monthly expenses that include but are not limited to nanny, childcare expenses, tuition, related expenses, extracurricular activity, birthday parties, medical expenses, travel expenses, and maintenance daily expenses. The respondent has failed to contribute financially to the maintenance and support of the children's needs, leaving the sole responsibility upon the petitioner. The respondent has failed to provide financial support to the minor children, yet has traveled out of the country on multiple occasions for vacations without proper notification to the petitioner since the petitioner has filed for divorce. So basically, Candy said, Todd, you ain't gave me no money since I filed for divorce in November, yet you done had time to be out here on vacation and partying. That is what Candy is saying. So the blogs made it seem like Candy said he don't pay no bills. It sounds like she's saying since they filed for divorce. Okay, I'm going to keep reading though. Let me keep reading. The respondent, okay. It is in the best interest of the two minor children for the respondent to contribute financially to the well-being and maintenance and support of the minor children. The respondent is a self-employed, that's the part where I picked up, I'm sorry. Where Candy said, look, I got money. The respondent does not pay the mortgage or expenses at the marital residence. Well, he don't live there no more. The respondent does not exercise parenting time with the minor children on a significant basis, despite the facade of his 2 to 3 minute social media videos chronicling his daddy daycare on his social media. See, this is getting nasty, y'all. This is starting to get nasty, y'all. She said, contrary to what he be posting on social media, baby, that is not the reality. Since the petitioner filed her divorce petition, the respondent has intentionally and willfully attempted to interfere with the petitioner's parenting time with the minor children, specifically during the recent Christmas holiday break. The respondent attempted to prohibit the children from traveling to New York to visit the petitioner, even though she had previously incurred costs of travel for the children and provided the respondent with significant notice of her intent to exercise parenting time during their children's designated holiday break. Y'all remember when Candy said on her Amazon Live that they were going to spend Christmas together? So it sounds like she was sort of forced into letting Todd spend the holidays with her if she wanted to spend Christmas with her kids. That's what it sounds like. It doesn't sound like they were voluntarily spending Christmas together. It sounds like Candy felt like that's what she had to do to see her churn. I mean, I'm putting 20 on 10, but that's how I'm interpreting this. But I'm gonna keep reading. It says the court intervention is essential to ensure that the petitioner will be able to exercise consistent and peaceful parenting time with the minor children while the divorce proceedings are pending before this honorable court. The petitioner requests that the court issue a temporary parenting plan that affords the parties with respective scheduled parenting time with the minor children on a temporary basis. The petitioner requests that the temporary parenting plan also include a plan that addresses how the parties shall split time with the minor children during upcoming holidays and academic breaks. The petitioner has already secured travel itineraries for the children for their upcoming spring break. Therefore, she requests that she be awarded parenting time with the minor children during their upcoming spring break during even calendar years on a temporary basis. Now, on this one, Candy, I'm going to pop your hand a little bit. I'm going to tap your hand a little bit on this one. Because had y'all already decided who was going to have the kids for spring break? Because why are you making plans and buying plane tickets and making travel arrangements if y'all didn't agree to where them kids were going to spend spring break? Now, maybe they did. But it sounds to me that you made plans and now you're asking the court to let you have the kids for spring break, which makes me feel like you didn't originally have the plan. Y'all know what I'm saying? Okay, but I don't know. That's what it sounds like. All right. The petitioner requests that the court schedule a hearing to address the issues of temporary child support and parenting time at the court's earliest available date for consideration. Ooh, they want the court schedule a hearing to hear the petitioner's motion, issue an order directing the respondent to pay child support and sharing the expenses for the minor children on a temporary basis. They want to issue a temporary order awarding the petitioner parenting time with the minor children on a regular basis and major holidays. Issue a temporary order awarding the petitioner parenting time with the minor children during the upcoming spring break, and grant any other relief to petitioner that is just and proper. Ooh. Now, I'm gonna be honest. From what Candy's statement is reading, it sounds like Candy is just asking for equitable time and for a set and have set dates so everybody knows what's like that. She's saying, look, we can't be trusted to come up with a schedule ourselves. We want the court to give us the schedule and we just adhere to it. But I want it to be shared. I want everything to be 50-50, including the expenses. That's what it sounds like Candy is saying. But on Todd's side, what it sounds like, Todd is saying, give me the kids and give me child support. So my question is, does Todd really want those kids because he thinks that's the best interest of the kids, or does he want those kids because he know that if he has full custody, he gonna get child support? I'm just saying. Right, he wants alimony as well. Candy gonna take them kids to Paris for spring break. Todd can only afford to take them to play land at McDonald's. Take them to the little playground at McDonald's or Chick-fil-A with the little balls. Child. But that's what it sounds like to me. I'm not saying, again, from what I read, Todd is asking for full custody and money. Candy is saying, listen, all I want is for us to split the time in half, have a set time for who is going to get what, and split the expenses. And she even said on a temporary basis until the job, until the court resolve, make the final divorce decree. And whatever the court says is what we'll do. Todd. Candy first asked for a 50-50 split of everything, then Todd. Right. Candy is original. Right. We read that here. Right, Tracy. Candy originally, that's what she's asked for from the beginning. Todd's the one that's trying to get a payday out of this, in my opinion. Todd, that ain't a good look. You turning out to be the person that Mammy Joyce said you were the whole time. Todd, I was rooting for you. I really was. I was defending you. I was like, they hard on Todd. Todd is doing things. Todd is doing this and doing that and the other. Todd, you done got used to that life and you don't want to give it up. Kim said, y'all don't give women that energy. I'm going to say this. I do give women that energy when I feel like women are trying to take what they didn't rightfully earn. I am. I'm like this. I feel like if you marry a rich man, then I don't think you're entitled to what existed before you got there. I don't. I absolutely do not. But I will say this. If someone is a stay-at-home parent, then I do think that there should be compensation for the fact that you didn't work because you stayed at home. You didn't work a 9-to-5 job outside of the office because you were in the house taking care of those kids. I will say that. But it seems like both of them were working. Because remember, Candy said they had nannies. And Todd, somebody was running them restaurants into the ground. Hold on. Wait a minute. I want to read. Somebody said so. I want to read this in the chat. Come on. Oh, this thing gets on my nerves sometimes. Oh, y'all talking in the chat. Okay. I don't think Candy's an absent mother. I think Candy is a working mother. That's two different things. See, I don't think people give the same energy. When a man isn't home and he's out working, then we call him a good provider. When a woman is out working, now all of a sudden she's an absentee mom and she's never home with her kids. See, I don't like. I do not like the double standard when there's a working mom outside of the house. I do not think that Candy is an absent mother. I don't see any evidence of Candy being an absent mother. We see Candy with her kids on her social media as much as we see Todd with those kids on social media. And that's all we have to go by. Though none of us know them people in real life. Though none of us know those people in real life. So I don't like the narrative that Candy is doing something wrong by working and taking care of her kids. The lifestyle that everybody around them benefits from. That's Todd, that's the kids, that's her mama. Everybody benefits from Candy working hard. I don't see the problem. What happened to Mama Joyce's new man who was tearing up Candy's house and living in Candy's child? You know, he been gone. Let me see what. Okay, Lord, y'all arguing in the chat. Hold on. Let me see what the people saying. Let me see what the people saying. Most women are home with the kids majority of the time. We always hear Todd out and about. Candy is literally in New York City right now. Candy financed all of Todd's ventures. Until the divorce, all of the projects were together. He was down for the nannies the same way he'll be if he gets custody. Hey, Pat. With your logic, all working parents should have their children taken away. Oh, Lord. Y'all haven't seen absent if y'all think Candy is absent. He knew her work ethic before they got married. Y'all are having a good conversation in this chat. Todd has been out of the country chilling while Candy's been working. I think away working is more affordable, more admirable than away twerking. Ooh. Well, I don't blame Todd. Women get over and do this all the time. So throw it all at the wall, see what sticks. Oh, throw it all at the wall and see what sticks. Riley didn't use the word absent. Riley literally had an absent father. So y'all saying Black and Candy are the same. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, wow. Y'all are. Okay. So look, this is what I'm going to say. And I hear what y'all are saying, but this the part. This what I'm going to say. I hear what everybody's saying. Everybody has a right to their opinion. And I think a lot of times our opinion is shaped by our experience. What I'm going to say, though, or how I feel about the situation is, I personally feel like I don't see an issue with Candy working. I don't think Candy is neglecting those kids. Do they want more of Candy? I'm sure they want more of Candy. Candy is a working mom, but Candy's going to be a working mom. I do believe, I understand what Riley was saying about Candy being, working a lot. But at the end of the day, that also provided her with the lifestyle that she enjoys today. She's got a beautiful apartment in New York. She's got a credit card. She got a Porsche when she got her driver's license. She has traveled the world. She went to the best schools. Kandi working hard has given her a life that I'm sure she enjoys. And I understand that some people might say, well, that doesn't replace her being there. You're right. But unfortunately, most parents have to make that decision. Most parents have to make that hard decision about working hard or spending more time with their kids. Most people. And again, if Kandi were a man, I don't think we would be having this conversation about her work ethic and how much she's at home and how much she's not at home. I just don't think we'd be having that conversation. You know, Riley also grew up in where Kandi was at a different point in her life. Kandi is in a position now that when she does work and she does travel, she can bring the kids with her and they travel well. They stay at great hotels. They probably can fly private or fly first class. Remember, Kandi money wasn't great. Like, just because she was in a group that made a lot of money, Kandi wasn't independently wealthy. When Kandi came on Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kandi needed the job. She didn't go on Real Housewives of Atlanta because she had shit else to do. Kandi needed that paycheck. And she's been able to take the Real Housewives of Atlanta and parlay it and put her in the position where she is today. But we're not gonna sit here and act like when Riley was young, that Kandi was just independently wealthy. No, Kandi was working and had to work to pay her bills. But anyway, y'all, that's it. We're going to be at Josiah's at 8:30-ish. So let me get off of here and take care of a few odds and ends before we go live. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all. Don't know what happened in court today, but if and when I get an update, I'll let you know. Also, keep an eye on Pam. Pam might get the information and do a live at some point if she gets the information about what happened at court. But they did go to court today, so we will see. Thank you. The Ebby update. So for those of you that are interested in Ebby's trip, I told you guys the price for a double occupancy room. So I called back and I got the price. I got the price for single occupancy. You guys know that for single occupancy. So let me rewind. Hold on, where's my pen? Now, remember, I told you guys that I am rounding up on these prices. So this is not the final price, and I will adjust the final price. But for single occupancy, it's $4,500. And again, those prices will adjust. But $4,500 single occupancy, that is a room by yourself. You still get everything else, but you just have a room by yourself. For double occupancy, you are sharing a room. So the total room is $5,000, but that breaks down to $2,500 a person. So if you're sharing a room, the price is significantly cheaper. If you want 4 people to a room, so you know 3 other people that want to go on a trip, it's $2,000 a person. And again, that is for everything. You get your own tickets, all of that stuff. You're just sharing a room. So the trip is for February. Ooh, I don't have the dates in front of me. I mean, I have the original date. The original date was October. That's not the date we decided on. The date we changed it to was February the 15th. Excuse me, February the 13th through the 16th. That's a Saturday through Monday. So it's February 13th through the 16th of 2027, a little over a year from now. I'm gonna do another live because here's the thing. I have to get the updated prices. So I don't have the updated prices yet. We talked about that, Andrea. We talked about that already, baby. I don't have the updated prices yet because they have not released their 2027 calendar yet. So once they release the 2027 calendar, I can give you guys the updated prices. That is the other reason why I have not taken anybody's deposit yet, because until I can actually book the room, I don't want to hold on. I don't want to process anybody's money until I can actually book the room. And I can't book the room until they release the calendar. So the guy told me, just keeps like, call back. He's like, we don't have a date. It just populates in our system. He said, so just call back every week. So I called last week. I'm gonna call again this week. He said, just keep calling until we can get those dates. So for those of you that are ready to make your deposit, just put it to the side. And as soon as I get those dates, I will do an update with the updated prices. And then we will start taking deposits at that time. Don't forget that we do have a flex pay option, which is similar to Affirm and Afterpay. It's the same type. It's called Uplift. So that is an option as well once we get the final prices and you want to go. Yes, it's Valentine's Day weekend and it's also Super Bowl weekend of 2027. So, all right, you guys. Thank you, Tracy, for reminding me. And we will be heading over to Josiah's house at 8:30. And I will see you guys there to talk about last night's episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. And I'm sure we got some to talk about. All right. Talk to y'all later. 3 weeks into the cruise. Yes. I've seen the design for the shirts. The shirts should start going out this week, you guys. The shirts should start going out this week. I will let you guys know when he has mailed the last shirt. I will let you guys know when the last shirt has gone in the mail. But I did see the design. They're cute. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.